I'm back after a couple week hiatus. After the race event, there just wasn't a whole bunch to do on the car, but we are getting ready for the next event, which is September 15th. And again, this is at Poconos Raceway in Pennsylvania, Poconos, Pennsylvania. So, you know, come on by, come watch some cars. We got a 800 all-wheel horsepower S60R coming, an LS Swap 240. My car is going to be there, and there's also going to be another Volvo there that I don't know who it is, so that's going to be cool, seeing what that thing's got. But just been working on the car, did an oil change, got an 850 T5 bumper, just a junker bumper. I'll talk a little bit about that in the next clip. But yeah, just got to get it back on the dyno. I'm going to get it back on the dyno this Friday, and we're going to try and turn the power up to 700, 750 in fourth gear, and hopefully try and reach our 160, 165 mile an hour goal. So looking forward to it, and here we go, and sit back and enjoy the ride. On the radials, probably gonna take them off before I drive it because it just rained, and I don't want to lose control of this thing since they were on the front, so all the steering's on the front. But yeah, I just bought a real cheap like T5 bumper right here, threw it on, and I gained a ton of ground clearance. Mainly I just wanted this because the R bumper, this was starting to crack from all the downforce the front R spoiler was generating, and also it'll make it a lot easier to get it onto the trailer because I don't really have to worry about this thing getting scuffed up and scratched up. And you can see the intercooler actually hangs slightly below the bumper, so that's good. That means our bumper is going to clear our trailer, no issue, as long as we get that thing on boards. But yeah, probably going to take these off, put on just the regular 17s, go drive it a little bit. I got to get all the E85 that's been sitting in the tank out of it, run it through, make sure the injectors are all clean and everything, and then Friday we'll get her on the dyno. So yeah, it's Friday, like 2 hours before the dyno. I actually had to replace my oil cooler in the lines because, I don't know, something was leaking. I don't know if it was the lines or the cooler, but I said, screw it, I'm just gonna replace them all because, you know, it was like 100, 150 bucks just to do everything. And my old cooler, I don't know where it went, somewhere over there was the original 02 cooler, 2002 cooler, and the lines were fairly new, but they've been used a couple times on a couple builds. So brand new bare unit, OEM unit, so everything should be good. Just fired it up, no leaks. So just got to put in some new Volvo coolant because I did drain it all. Probably good to flush that, and then we'll get on our way to the dyno. So hopefully this fixes the coolant leak. It's definitely not the O-ring that goes into the water pump up there or anything up there, because there was just white stuff all over these hoses and all around this area. So it has to be this, but let's get this thing topped off, get it fueled up, and get it to the dyno. So I got everything installed. Pressure testing the system. It's been holding 20 pounds for quite some time. Basically I just blocked this off, pressurized the reservoir. But I mean, I don't know, I didn't really see anything, so I don't know. We're gonna take it to the dyno and we'll just keep an eye on it there. I really don't know what it could be if it's still present. I guess the thing is, if it is dripping, which I didn't see any, it might be cooling so quickly or evaporating because there's so much heat in this area. But I don't know, we're about to head out. Just got to put a couple more tools in, and then yeah, we'll let her rip. Go for 700, 750 is my goal. So let's get to it. but I think this turbo's just about max, so it's leaking out and then just drying off, but not bad. So I only did printouts of the last 2 poles just because I was only on there for like an hour and I didn't have a whole ton of time. But the second to last, we made 680. We can see we're still having this torque fall off a little bit. And basically the way I think I can fix this is you can see boost kind of drops off right here a little bit, right? It drops down from 2 PSI from peak. So what I think I need to do is add 10 or 15% duty cycle after peak torque here, and that should hold on flat. And that's gonna bring this up a little bit. And then what I think I can do is add even more timing in the high RPM. Right now I'm running 17 to 19. I think I can bump that up to 19 to 21. And then I think what I'm going to do is actually remove peak timing. I think I'm going to remove timing here to actually bring this down to make it flat, because I don't think I'm going to be able to add timing to bring that all the way up. And I think bringing this down to make it flat is going to be a lot more better traction-wise, power delivery-wise, and safety-wise. So if I can bring this down to 450 and bring this up to 450 and basically meet these two in the middle, then I'll be able to make the same, 7 or so hundred wheel horsepower. So here you can see we got the same kind of deal. Here it held flat for a little bit, but you can see boost is dropping down too, and this is dropping down. So next time I get on the dyno, I want to try and bring this up to 450 and then bring this down to 450 and basically just stay flat all the way from like 6300 to rev limiter. And that'll allow me to, instead of making peak power here, make peak power all the way over here, which will allow for a lot smoother power delivery. So I got my event on Sunday, a roll racing event, so maybe in a couple weeks we can get back on the dyno and try and flatten that out and see how that works on the street and whatnot. But pretty happy to just break 700 because this has literally been a goal for me for forever. So super happy and really happy to be able to share this with you guys. So yeah, the car made 700 wheel horsepower Mustang dyno and was like 800 brake horsepower, so it's really making some power. Now, like I said, I still got to work on that torque curve a little bit, and I got some ideas to fix that. But yeah, we got another Slipstream roll racing event this Sunday, so car's all ready, and I just compression checked it, 180 across the board, spark plugs look great, oil looks great, so we're all ready to go. Just got to double check all the suspension's tight and just go around once over everything and make sure everything's tight, and we'll get this thing off to the Poconos and hopefully break 165 this time. So stay tuned, guys, and hope you've been enjoying this small little video from the small break I had from the car and everything.